Good evening, everyone. This is Henry with simplertrading.com, and in tonight's free video, I've got two pretty straightforward stock picks, and it really comes off of the back of what I think is very good advice. And John always kind of would tell me about this, is that if you want to be bearish, you're usually going to get the best bang for your buck focusing on that in the indexes, because there's nothing worse than the indexes having a big down day, and then your stock happens to be the one that's just sitting there, strong or whatever it may be. So if you'd like some bearish exposure, look to do that through the spiders, the Qs, etc. And I think after the break that we saw today, at least a little bit of caution is warranted. Remember, the move up that we've seen from the June 3rd lows has been very significant. Anytime you have an excellent trend that moves kind of just, straight up in one direction, I always try to acknowledge what a 50% or a 618 retracement of that swing would bring, because provided the June lows are still any good, then you'd want to be pursuing this area as your pullback opportunities for a push to a new high. But that's well below the market. So we started establishing some of those positions in the room today. I'm going to try to let those bearish positions ride as much down into those areas as I can, and then if and when the indexes start to resume and act better, the two picks that I'm going to be looking to buy, one of which is Disney. This has shown excellent relative strength in the past, and I think that the upside targets of 145 and then ultimately 150 would make for some good trades in Disney. So the July monthlies may be a little bit early, but if you go out and give yourself about 60 days of life or so, I think that'll be a good move to try to capitalize upon into that big psychological area. And then the other is Chipotle. This is a name that is getting closer and closer to the lifetime highs made back in 2015, and it's the same way of thinking. This name, I believe you'll remember the Mexican tariffs, and we're going to have these, I believe all the headlines were, the taxes on the avocados, and it's just like, oh my goodness, that's what's driving this move. I believe they came right back down into the 50-day at that point, but, from the news when everything looked so bad in the headlines was the lows, and the trend from there has been especially bullish. So I think the consolidation thereafter bodes well for a push up above 758, and that should provide some decent trade opportunities if the indexes decide to shape up. So I hope that's helpful. You'll have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you at the next free video.